Alright, everyone, so this is me. I thought it'd be better to kind of put a face to the kind of the YouTube thing, and I was kind of just trying to change up my videos. Just have to point out one thing, that light, this has been my childhood home, or my childhood room forever, so that's why the light's like that. We're making another Kirby video, sorry to say. I just finished the game, and look, just before we start, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, okay? I'm not going to show you any of the boss battles or anything like that, but I'd completely recommend that you go and play this game. It is fantastic. Well, I just made a review probably about a week ago now, but I finally got around to finishing the game. At the very beginning, really, I thought it was just a normal Nintendo game. You know, there wasn't really anything special about it, the abilities and all that. I thought they were cool, but you know, it's just a Nintendo game. It's like, I was like, this is a very, you know, good Nintendo game, but Nintendo games are always really good. It was when you get to the kind of the final world kind of bit and the last kind of boss battles you have, that's when everything kind of changes and just becomes this really good game. Okay, a really good game. It all kind of comes together and it plays unbelievably well. I've never played a Kirby game before. This is my first Kirby game and I'm so delighted this is my first one. It is absolutely unbelievable. It's kind of the ending. The ending kind of got me, to be honest with you. Like, I was not expecting this cinematic kind of emotional roller coaster that I went on. You know, I was like, I thought the Kirby game was only supposed to be for children. I was like, what the hell is this? This is making me so emotional right now. I can't believe what's going on. So basically, the last kind of world, there's about 4 boss battles that you kind of have to go through. As I said, I'm going to tell them right now, so this is your chance to leave the video because there will be spoilers. You start off with King Dedede. I knew him from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That's the only time I've ever seen King Dedede before. I thought he was a good guy, so I didn't understand what he was doing. He was the one capturing all the Waddle Dees, so I wasn't really sure what was going on there. You fight him again, but he has this mask on. You have to fight him again to knock the mask off him or something like that. But that's when I played that boss fight. It's a really easy boss fight, really easy to go through. And obviously I knew, look, this isn't the end of it. Like, fucking Mario has done this about 1,000,000 times. This cutscene comes on, and this is where everything changes, okay? They try to run up this elevator because all these villains are coming down to get them now. It's like the whole bunch of them is coming all together. But then all of a sudden you see one of the Waddle Dees is after falling over or whatever. And King Dedede runs over to get him. But he's like, yeah, I'm sacrificing myself there to save you, basically. And I was like, what? Whoa, what is going on right now? What is going on? Like, and when I seen the Waddle Dee, I was like, oh no, don't die. And then to see him being the villain and then coming over and saving the Waddle Dee, I thought it was unbelievable. And throwing him back, and you know, the cinematic shot where he gets out his hammer like that ready. I was like, that's when I knew. I was like, this is a fantastic game. I wasn't ready for what was in store next when you have to fight that freaking tiger. Now, I don't know if this tiger has come up in recent Kirby games. I don't know. Right, for me, since it's my first Kirby game, I just seen a freaking tiger just out of nowhere being like, yeah, I'm the boss, whatever, you know, I'm gonna kill you now because you're trying to stop my master plan, you know. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Okay, let's do it then. He's a really good boss fight, you know. They're all the classic arcadey games where if you learn the pattern of what they do, it's really easy to stop them. I thought then, okay, this is the final boss fight, okay. This is really hard trying to kill this guy, but once you do it, I was like, okay, grand, that has to be it now. Moves on to this, I couldn't believe it when I seen this, alright? This is one of the first times in my gaming kind of thing, where I was like, oh my fucking god, what is this? What am I playing? I always was under the impression that this is a child's game, where like a 4 and 5-year-old can play it, but like adults can start to enjoy it too. When I seen this, I was like, oh my god. I was getting disturbed watching it, and I know, if you've played it, you know what I'm on about. The third boss fight. Oh my god, man! Even the sounds and everything it was making, it was ridiculous. It was so good though, you know. It was a great boss fight, a bit on the easier side, but basically that was just preparing you for the real boss fight. I can't remember the name of it. That was such a good boss fight, man. It gave me Super Smash Bros. Brawl vibes when you have to take on the hand at the very end, like that hand thing, whatever it was. That's the kind of vibe I was getting off it. Such a good boss fight. Oh my god, very well done. It wasn't just the boss fight itself, it was the build up into it. It was the, you know, taking out King Dedede twice, the emotional thing where he gives himself up to save everyone, the tiger, that the monster looking thing that's fighting you through the hall. The build up to it was fantastic. And playing it, I was like, I've never felt this way to a game. The one time I've ever felt this kind of way before for a game, and I think you'll understand, is Red Dead Redemption 2. That game was unbelievable. But that's a PlayStation 4 game. This is Nintendo, like mostly aimed at kids, I'm going to say. And it just blew my mind. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Mario has always been very, very basic. All Nintendo games have been fairly basic. You know, you get the odd. Like, the only good thing I'll say about Nintendo is all their games are good. Like, they're all good games. But it's kind of rare that you get an absolutely great game. But this one, I think, actually was. For the final boss, you know, the best thing about it was his attacks. He had, I'm sure he or she had about 14, 15 attacks. And they're all so good, you know. I died, I think, twice trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Like, I had to figure out, with other bosses, they usually only have 5 attacks, and you're able to learn them basically, and like you're able to defeat them in one go. But this was different, unbelievable. Like, the way she was able to like open up universes and shoot planets at you. Oh, unbelievable. I thought nearly all the way up to it until the final bit where everything kind of comes together. And even a player like me who's only just gone into Kirby realizes that this is what all this has been leading up to. Because I never really properly understood what the story was doing. Like, what the hell's going on basically was my opinion for the whole thing. I'm guessing Nintendo knew what they were doing when they made Kirby into that Kirby car. I'm guessing like they knew that it was going to be memed to bits. Because the very last bit, he's in a truck form and he takes out the last boss like with a truck or whatever. I don't know how it works. Like, this is like the most powerful creature ever, and somehow a truck is able to take out the boss. It's short as well. You'd probably finish it in about, I'm going to say, 6 hours if you want to 100% complete it. There is a few more levels to do after it then. It's kind of like, you know, the star planet on a lot of the new Super Mario Bros. Games, where if you collect all the big coins, it opens up a new world for you. It's kind of like that. I haven't played it yet, but I'm guessing all the levels are going to be extremely hard. When you finish the boss, at the very end of the credits and all that, it comes back to the tiger and it says to be continued, right? And I'm like, oh my fucking god, yes, another Kirby game's coming just like this. But then you need to activate the last planets, right? So when you're going up to activate them, it brings it back saying, oh, that tiger might be in there, we have to go save him. So I don't know if that's to be continued is in this game or it means a further game. And I pray that it means a further game, because I can't wait to do that all again. That was so much fun. Yeah, look, I don't really have much more to say. I said a lot more of it in my initial thought. I'm not going to do any more Kirby things because, to be honest with you, you've probably seen enough. If you're watching this video, you've definitely seen a lot more Kirby reviews. They're absolutely everywhere and everyone's talking about it right now. If you have the money, go out and buy it. It's a bit, for me anyway, I found that it was a bit slow at the start. One thing I complained about in my initial review was that Kirby moved miles too slow for me compared to like Mario and Super Mario Odyssey, where he rolls around really quickly. Kirby just took forever to get around. Besides that, that was like my only, like, imagine that's one of my only complaints, is that Kirby just moves a tiny bit too slow. I have no other complaints about this game. I've decided to show my face. Look, I don't really care anymore. My whole thing was that I was just nervous my friends from school were going to see me, but I kind of don't care. I love what I do. I love making the videos and editing the videos. You might enjoy it a bit better, but if you don't, just let me know. Like, I'm obviously not going to stop my review videos or anything like that. But anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye, and have a good day.